Welcome to Passion Travel. Join us as we explore fascinating destinations, uncover hidden gems, and embark on unforgettable journeys. Subscribe now and ignite your passion for travel. Fish and chips, a classic British dish of battered fish and deep-fried chips, fries, often served with mushy peas. To prepare fish and chips, you'll need the following ingredients for both the battered fish and the fries. For the fish: white fish fillets, such as cod, haddock, or pollock, skinless and boneless, typically around 4 fillets. Flour, for dusting the fish fillets before dipping in batter. Baking powder, to help the batter rise and become crispy. Cornstarch, optional, to make the batter extra crispy. Salt, to season the fish and batter. Pepper, to season the fish and batter. Beer, or sparkling water, for the batter, helps create a light, crispy texture. Egg, some recipes add an egg to the batter for extra richness. Oil, vegetable or sunflower oil, for deep frying the fish. For the chips, fries. Potatoes, large, starchy potatoes like Maris Piper or russet potatoes. Salt, to season the chips after frying. Oil, for frying the chips, vegetable or sunflower oil. Optional, for serving. Malt vinegar, a traditional British accompaniment. Tartar sauce, for dipping the fish. Lemon wedges, for squeezing over the fish. Peas, often served as mushy peas or just as a side dish. These ingredients will give you a classic fish and chips meal. Black pudding, a type of blood sausage, commonly found on breakfast menus or as part of a snack. Black pudding is a type of blood sausage made from pork blood, fat, oats, and seasonings. It's a traditional food in many parts of the UK and Ireland, often served as part of a full English breakfast or as a standalone snack. Here's how you can make black pudding at home. Ingredients: oats, around 200 g, traditionally pinhead oats, but quick oats can also be used. Onion, finely chopped, about 1 medium onion. Breadcrumbs, optional, around 100 g, to help bind the mixture. Spices: ground white pepper, to taste. Ground black pepper, to taste. Salt, to taste. Cayenne pepper, optional, for a little heat. Allspice, for a warming flavor, optional. Thyme, a pinch. Water or stock, to help mix and adjust the consistency, around 200 milliliters. Pig's intestines or synthetic sausage casings, for stuffing the pudding. Instructions: prepare the casings. If using natural pig intestines, clean them thoroughly. Rinse them with water and soak in salted water for a few hours. If using synthetic casings, follow the instructions on the packaging. Cook the onions. In a pan, sauté the chopped onions in a little oil or butter until they are soft and translucent. Set them aside to cool. Prepare the oats. In a large bowl, combine the oats and breadcrumbs if using. Mix the ingredients. In a large mixing bowl, add the pork blood, cooked onions, pork fat, oats, spices, white and black pepper, salt, cayenne, allspice, thyme, and stock or water. Stir well to combine everything thoroughly. The mixture should be thick, but add more water if it's too dry. Stuff the casings. Carefully stuff the mixture into the sausage casings, being sure not to overfill, as the black pudding will expand slightly while cooking. Tie off both ends of each sausage tightly. Make sure there are no air pockets in the casings. Poach the puddings. Bring a large pot of water to a boil, then reduce the heat to a simmer. Gently place the stuffed sausages into the water and cook for about 1 to 1.5 hours. Make sure the water does not boil too vigorously to prevent the casings from bursting. Cool and slice. After cooking, remove the black puddings from the water and let them cool. Once cooled, you can slice them into rounds, ready to be fried or grilled. To serve, typically, black pudding is sliced and fried in a pan until crispy on the outside. It's often served with a full breakfast, or can be added to dishes like salads, pies, or sandwiches. Lancashire cheese toastie, a grilled cheese sandwich made with the famous Lancashire cheese. A Lancashire cheese toast tie is a delicious and simple sandwich made with Lancashire cheese, a traditional and tangy cheese from the north of England. It's usually grilled to perfection, with the cheese melting inside the bread. Here's how to make it. Ingredients: Lancashire cheese, around 100 g, grated or sliced. This cheese has a crumbly texture and a tangy, creamy flavor. You can use either the creamy or crumbly variety, depending on your preference. Bread, 2 slices of your choice. Traditionally, white or wholemeal bread is used. Butter, about 1 to 2 tablespoons, softened, for spreading on the bread. Optional extras. Chutney, such as onion chutney or mango chutney, adds sweetness and depth. Mustard, for a bit of tanginess. Tomato slices, for added freshness. Cooked ham or bacon, for extra protein if you like. Instructions. Prepare the bread. Butter one side of each slice of bread. The buttered side will be the one that gets grilled, so make sure it's evenly spread. Assemble the toast tie. Place the cheese on the unbuttered side of one of the slices of bread. You can use grated or sliced cheese, depending on your preference. If you're adding any extras like chutney, mustard, or ham, layer them on top of the cheese. Place the second slice of bread on top, with the buttered side facing out. Grill the toast tie. Heat a non-stick frying pan or griddle over medium heat. Once hot, place the sandwich in the pan. Grill for 2 to 4 minutes on each side, pressing down gently with a spatula to ensure even grilling. Flip carefully to avoid the cheese spilling out. The bread should be golden brown and crispy, and the cheese inside should be melted. Serve. Once the cheese is melted and the bread is crispy, remove the toast tie from the pan. Slice it in half and serve immediately. Mushroom and Stilton pie, a vegetarian pie filled with mushrooms and Stilton cheese, often served with gravy. A mushroom and Stilton pie is a comforting vegetarian dish, combining earthy mushrooms with the rich, tangy flavor of Stilton cheese, all encased in a buttery, flaky pastry. Here's how you can prepare this delicious pie. Ingredients. For the filling: mushrooms, button mushrooms, chestnut mushrooms, or a mix, about 400 g, sliced. Stilton cheese, 100 g, crumbled, you can use other blue cheese if you prefer. Onion, 1 medium, finely chopped. Garlic, 2 cloves, minced. Butter, 2 tablespoons. Olive oil, 1 tablespoon, for cooking the mushrooms. Vegetable stock, 150 milliliters, for added depth of flavor. Heavy cream, 100 milliliters, for creaminess. Thyme, 1 teaspoon, or fresh thyme if available. Salt and pepper, to taste. Flour, 1 tablespoon, for thickening the sauce. Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon, optional, adds extra flavor. For the pastry: short crust pastry, about 500 g, you can use store-bought or homemade. Egg, 1, beaten, for egg wash, optional. Instructions. Prepare the filling. Cook the onions and garlic. In a large pan, heat the olive oil and 1 tablespoon of butter over medium heat. Add the chopped onions and sauté for 4 to 5 minutes until softened. Add the minced garlic and cook for another minute until fragrant. Cook the mushrooms. Add the sliced mushrooms to the pan and cook for about 8 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally until they release their moisture and start to brown. Make the sauce, sprinkle the flour over the cooked mushrooms and stir well to coat. Cook for another 1 to 2 minutes to cook out the flour taste. Gradually add the vegetable stock, stirring constantly to prevent lumps. Once the stock is incorporated, pour in the cream and let the mixture simmer for another 5 minutes, until it thickens and becomes creamy. Add the Stilton and seasoning, stir in the crumbled Stilton cheese and thyme, and season with salt and pepper to taste. If you like, add a dash of Worcestershire sauce for extra flavor. Once the cheese has melted and the mixture is creamy, remove from heat and set aside to cool. Prepare the pie. Preheat the oven. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Line the pie dish, roll out the short crust pastry on a lightly floured surface. Use enough pastry to line a pie dish, around 20 centimeters in diameter, leaving some excess for the lid. Fill the pie, spoon the mushroom and Stilton filling into the pie dish, spreading it evenly. Top with pastry, roll out the remaining pastry and place it on top of the pie. Trim off any excess pastry, then press the edges together to seal. You can use a fork to crimp the edges for a decorative touch. Cut a few slits in the top to allow steam to escape. Egg wash, brush the top of the pie with the beaten egg to give it a golden, glossy finish. Bake the pie. Bake, place the pie in the preheated oven and bake for 30 to 35 minutes, or until the pastry is golden and crisp. Cool and serve, let the pie cool for a few minutes before slicing and serving. Bacon Butty, a sandwich filled with crispy bacon, sometimes with a choice of sauces like ketchup or brown sauce. A mushroom and Stilton pie is a comforting vegetarian dish, combining earthy mushrooms with the rich, tangy flavor of Stilton cheese, all encased in a buttery, flaky pastry. Here's how you can prepare this delicious pie. Ingredients. For the filling: mushrooms, button mushrooms, chestnut mushrooms, or a mix, about 400 g, sliced. Stilton cheese, 100 g, crumbled, you can use other blue cheese if you prefer. Onion, 1 medium, finely chopped. Garlic, 2 cloves, minced. Butter, 2 tablespoons. Olive oil, 1 tablespoon, for cooking the mushrooms. Vegetable stock, 150 milliliters, for added depth of flavor. Heavy cream, 100 milliliters, for creaminess. Thyme, 1 teaspoon, or fresh thyme if available. Salt and pepper, to taste. Flour, 1 tablespoon, for thickening the sauce. Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon, optional, adds extra flavor. For the pastry: short crust pastry, about 500 g, you can use store-bought or homemade. Egg, 1, beaten, for egg wash, optional. Instructions. Prepare the filling. Cook the onions and garlic. In a large pan, heat the olive oil and 1 tablespoon of butter over medium heat. Add the chopped onions and sauté for 4 to 5 minutes until softened. Add the minced garlic and cook for another minute until fragrant. Cook the mushrooms. Add the sliced mushrooms to the pan and cook for about 8 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally, until they release their moisture and start to brown. Make the sauce, sprinkle the flour over the cooked mushrooms and stir well to coat. Cook for another 1 to 2 minutes to cook out the flour taste. Gradually add the vegetable stock, stirring constantly to prevent lumps. Once the stock is incorporated, pour in the cream and let the mixture simmer for another 5 minutes, until it thickens and becomes creamy. Add the Stilton and seasoning, stir in the crumbled Stilton cheese and thyme, and season with salt and pepper to taste. If you like, add a dash of Worcestershire sauce for extra flavor. Once the cheese has melted and the mixture is creamy, remove from heat and set aside to cool. Prepare the pie. Preheat the oven. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Line the pie dish, roll out the short crust pastry on a lightly floured surface. Use enough pastry to line a pie dish, around 20 centimeters in diameter, leaving some excess for the lid. Fill the pie, spoon the mushroom and Stilton filling into the pie dish, spreading it evenly. Top with pastry, roll out the remaining pastry and place it on top of the pie. Trim off any excess pastry, then press the edges together to seal. You can use a fork to crimp the edges for a decorative touch. Cut a few slits in the top to allow steam to escape. Egg wash, brush the top of the pie with the beaten egg to give it a golden, glossy finish. Bake the pie. Bake, place the pie in the preheated oven and bake for 30 to 35 minutes, or until the pastry is golden and crisp. Cool and serve, let the pie cool for a few minutes before slicing and serving. Salt and pepper chicken wings, popular in Chinese takeaway spots. These wings are seasoned with a salty and spicy pepper mix. Salt and pepper chicken wings are a popular dish in Chinese cuisine, featuring crispy chicken wings seasoned with a flavorful combination of salt, pepper, and aromatic spices. They are simple to make yet incredibly tasty. Here's how you can prepare them. Ingredients. For the chicken wings. Chicken wings, 10 to 12 wings, cut into drums and flats if not already prepped. Cornstarch, 3 tablespoons, for coating. Flour, 2 tablespoons, for coating. Salt, 1 teaspoon, for seasoning. Ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon, for seasoning. White pepper, 1/2 teaspoon, optional, for extra heat. Baking powder, 1 teaspoon, optional, for extra crispiness. Oil, for frying, vegetable or sunflower oil works well. For the seasoning. Salt, 1 teaspoon. Ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon. Chinese 5-spice powder, 1/2 teaspoon, optional, for extra flavor. Garlic, 3 to 4 cloves, finely chopped or minced. Fresh chili, 1 to 2, optional, for some heat, sliced. Spring onions, 2, chopped into small pieces. Fresh coriander, a few sprigs for garnish, optional. Instructions. Prepare the chicken wings. Prep the wings, pat the chicken wings dry with paper towels. This helps them crisp up when fried. Coat the wings. In a large bowl, mix the cornstarch, flour, baking powder, optional, salt, black pepper, and white pepper. Coat the chicken wings evenly with the flour mixture. Shake off any excess coating. Fry the chicken wings. Heat the oil. In a large frying pan or wok, heat enough oil to cover the bottom of the pan, about 1 to 2 inches deep, over medium-high heat. Alternatively, you can deep fry the wings in a deep fryer. Fry the wings. Once the oil is hot, around 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius, carefully add the chicken wings in batches, making sure not to overcrowd the pan. Fry for 6 to 8 minutes until they are golden and crispy. Turn them occasionally to ensure they cook evenly. Drain. Once cooked, remove the wings from the oil and place them on a plate lined with paper towels to drain off any excess oil. Make the seasoning. Prepare the seasoning. In a separate pan, heat a little oil over medium heat. Add the minced garlic and sliced chili, and sauté for 1 to 2 minutes until fragrant. Add the wings. Once the garlic and chili have softened, add the crispy chicken wings to the pan. Toss them well in the garlic and chili mixture. Season. Add the extra salt, black pepper, Chinese 5-spice, optional, and stir to coat the wings evenly in the seasoning. Garnish and serve. Add spring onions, toss in the chopped spring onions and stir-fry for another 1 to 2 minutes. Serve. Remove from the pan, garnish with fresh coriander, optional, and serve immediately. Curry goat, a flavorful Caribbean street food, served with rice and peas or in a wrap. Curry goat is a flavorful and aromatic Caribbean dish, often associated with Jamaican cuisine. The goat meat is slow-cooked in a rich and spiced curry sauce, resulting in tender meat infused with bold flavors. Here's how to make a traditional curry goat. Ingredients. For the marinade. Goat meat, 1.5 to 2 pounds, boneless or bone-in, cut into chunks. Garlic, 3 cloves, minced. Ginger, 1-inch piece, grated. Scotch bonnet pepper, 1, diced and finely chopped, or less for milder heat. Thyme, 2 to 3 sprigs, fresh or 1 teaspoon dried. Allspice, pimento, 1 teaspoon, ground or whole. Curry powder, 2 tablespoons, preferably Jamaican curry powder. Soy sauce, 1 tablespoon. Lime or lemon juice, 1 tablespoon, for cleaning the meat. Salt, to taste. Black pepper, to taste. Brown sugar, 1 teaspoon, optional, to add some sweetness. For the curry goat. Cooking oil, 2 to 3 tablespoons, vegetable or olive oil. Onion, 1 medium, chopped. Scallions, green onions, 2, chopped. Tomato, 1, chopped, optional. Carrot, 1, sliced, optional. Potatoes, 2 medium, peeled and cubed, optional. Coconut milk, 1 cup, optional, for creaminess. Water, 2 cups, or more as needed for the sauce. Fresh thyme, 1 to 2 sprigs, or 1 teaspoon dried. Bay leaves, 1 or 2. Salt and pepper, to taste. Scotch bonnet pepper, 1, whole, optional, for extra heat. Instructions: marinate the goat meat. Clean the goat meat. Start by washing the goat meat in water with lime or lemon juice to remove any residual odors. Marinate the meat. In a large bowl, combine the goat meat with minced garlic, grated ginger, Scotch bonnet pepper, thyme, allspice, curry powder, soy sauce, salt, black pepper, and brown sugar, optional. Massage the marinade into the meat and let it sit for at least 2 hours, preferably overnight, in the refrigerator. The longer you marinate, the better the flavor. Brown the meat. Heat the oil. In a large pot or Dutch oven, heat the oil over medium-high heat. Brown the goat meat. Add the marinated goat meat to the pot and brown it for about 5 to 7 minutes, stirring occasionally. This helps to develop deeper flavors and a rich color for the curry. Cook the curry goat. Add the vegetables. Once the meat is browned, add the chopped onions, scallions, and tomatoes, if using. Stir them into the meat and cook for another 3 to 4 minutes until the vegetables soften. Add liquid, pour in the water, and coconut milk if using, and stir well. Add the bay leaves, fresh thyme, and the whole Scotch bonnet pepper, optional, for extra heat. Bring the mixture to a boil, then reduce the heat to low. Simmer. Cover the pot and let the curry goat simmer for 1.5 to 2 hours, or until the meat is tender. Stir occasionally and check the liquid level. If it's reducing too quickly, add a little more water to maintain a thick, flavorful sauce. Add potatoes and carrot, optional, about 30 minutes before the curry is done. Add the cubed potatoes and sliced carrots, if using, to the pot. These will absorb the flavors and help thicken the sauce. Final seasoning. Adjust seasoning. Taste the curry and adjust the seasoning with salt, pepper, or more Scotch bonnet pepper if you want additional heat. Cook until tender. Continue to simmer until the meat is tender, the potatoes are soft, if using, and the sauce has thickened. Serve. Garnish. Remove the bay leaves and thyme sprigs. If you used the whole Scotch bonnet pepper, discard it. It will have infused the curry with heat but will not be eaten. Serve. Serve your curry goat with rice and peas, steamed white rice, or fried plantains. You can also enjoy it with flatbread or a side of vegetables. Doner kebab, a Turkish-inspired wrap or flatbread sandwich filled with spiced meat, salad, and sauces. A doner kebab is a popular street food originating from Turkey, typically made from seasoned lamb, chicken, or beef that is cooked on a vertical rotisserie. It's usually served in a pita or flatbread with fresh vegetables, sauces, and sometimes fries. Here's how to make a doner kebab at home. Ingredients. For the meat: chicken thighs, or lamb, beef, or a mix of meats, 1.5 pounds, boneless and skinless, cut into chunks or thin slices. Garlic, 2 to 3 cloves, minced. Onion, 1 small, grated or finely chopped. Yogurt, half a cup, helps tenderize the meat and adds flavor. Olive oil, 2 tablespoons. Cumin, 1 teaspoon. Paprika, 1 teaspoon. Ground coriander, 1 teaspoon. Ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon. Salt, to taste. Black pepper, to taste. Lemon juice, 1 tablespoon. Chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon, optional, for some heat. For the sauce: garlic, 2 cloves, minced. Greek yogurt, half a cup. Mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons, optional, for creaminess. Lemon juice, 1 tablespoon. Olive oil, 1 tablespoon. Fresh dill or parsley, 1 to 2 tablespoons, chopped. Salt and pepper, to taste. Cayenne pepper, a pinch, optional, for some heat. For the filling: pita bread or flatbreads, or naan if you prefer. Cabbage, thinly sliced, optional. Tomato, sliced. Cucumber, sliced. Red onion, thinly sliced. Lettuce, chopped, optional. Pickles, optional, for tanginess. Fries, optional, some like them in their kebab. Instructions. Step 1. Prepare the meat marinade. Marinate the meat. In a large bowl, combine the chicken, or meat of your choice, with the garlic, onion, yogurt, olive oil, cumin, paprika, coriander, cinnamon, salt, black pepper, lemon juice, and chili powder. Massage the marinade into the meat and let it sit for at least 1 hour, preferably overnight in the refrigerator for better flavor. Cook the meat. Grill or pan fry. There are several ways to cook the meat for a doner kebab. Grill. If you have a grill or barbecue, you can skewer the marinated chicken and cook it over medium-high heat for about 6 to 8 minutes on each side, until it's cooked through and charred slightly. Pan fry. Heat some oil in a large skillet over medium-high heat. Add the marinated meat and cook for about 8 to 10 minutes, stirring occasionally, until the meat is fully cooked and slightly crispy on the edges. Oven bake. You can also bake the marinated chicken in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit 200 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes until the meat is golden and cooked through. Shred or slice the meat. Once cooked, remove the meat from the heat and let it rest for a couple of minutes. Slice or shred it into thin strips for your kebab. Prepare the sauce. Make the sauce. In a small bowl, combine the Greek yogurt, mayonnaise, if using, garlic, lemon juice, olive oil, dill or parsley, salt, pepper, and cayenne pepper. Mix everything together until smooth. Adjust the seasoning to taste. Assemble the doner kebab. Prepare the bread. Warm the pita or flatbreads on a pan or grill for a few seconds until they're soft and pliable. Add the filling. Place the warmed bread on a plate. Layer the shredded lettuce, if using, sliced tomatoes, cucumbers, red onions, and pickles, optional. Add the cooked meat on top. Drizzle with sauce. Generously drizzle the garlic yogurt sauce over the meat and vegetables. Optional fries. If you like, you can add a handful of fries inside the pita or flatbread for extra crunch and heartiness. Serve. Wrap the kebab. Fold the sides of the pita or flatbread over the filling to form a wrap, or serve it open-faced if you prefer. Serve. Enjoy your homemade doner kebab with a side of extra sauce, pickles, or a fresh salad.